Hey everybody, welcome to Tpull's Corner. This is your host Travis, and we are in the middle of the week of frustration, so named because some of these decks that we play, people find them too frustrating to hang around and actually play themselves. So we recently showed you an Unsummoned deck where, for the most part, we were just throwing everything back up into their hand, and we'd fly over and kill them with a couple of creatures, and no matter what they put down, we just throw it back up the entire time. This one's sort of like a cousin of that. This is an unsummoned discard deck. So what we want to do is whatever they bring down onto the battlefield, we throw back up to their hand, and then we play discard spell and make them discard it. So quick overview, we've only got 7 creatures, 23 lands. You can see we have 20 sorceries and 8 instants. So we're taking advantage of that. Let me take you through the 1-drops. We've got 2 Stern Dismissals and 4 Unsummons. Again, just to throw things back up. We do have a Bloodchief's Thirst to take things, because eventually, like in any counterspell deck, the enemy is going to get something on the battlefield eventually. So you do need to have a way to control for that. So there's our removal. We have 3 Duress, so that we can not just make them discard, but in some cases we can choose what they're discarding. 2 drops. An Essence Scatter to counter the target creature spell, just cancel it entirely. And Into the Royal to throw something back up into their hand. 3 Elderfang Disciples, these are 3 of our creatures to make them discard a card. 1 Valki, God of Lies. Again, this is mostly for discard, but we can also cast Tpull and do the exile. This is why we have 2 Blight Step pathways, so that we can put out a red land if we need to, just on the off chance that we don't use Valki for Valki if we want to bring out Tpull later. 1 Mazemind Tome to dig through our deck. Elspeth's Nightmare for discard. 2 copies of Go Blank for discard. And this one, we don't really want to dig into our opponent's graveyard. We want to get rid of their graveyard. So we have both Elspeth's Nightmare and Go Blank exile that player's graveyard. 3 copies of Inscription of Ruin. We can use this in a number of different ways. If we can try and hold on to it for later in the game when we can afford the kicker cost for 6 mana. We need to have 3 black for sure. But usually we just use it to either discard a couple of their cards or destroy a target creature they have that's mana value 3 or less. 1 copy of Memory Theft. 4 copies of Mind Drain so that they discard milled and a little bit of life loss and life gain. 2 copies of Mind Rot to just make them discard cards. 1 copy of Orvar the All-Form. This is a legendary shapeshifter. And it's kind of in case we come up against a discard deck. When a spell or an ability an opponent controls causes us to discard this card, we actually create a token that's a copy of a target permanent. We have 1 copy of Crypt Lurker. So if they still have something like, say they freeze one of our disciples, we can actually bring the Crypt Lurker down, sacrifice the disciple, and draw a card. 1 copy of Extinction Event as always in my black decks. 2 copies of Skull Raid for the call time. Liliana, Waker of the Dead. Again, discard for her +1. Each player discards a card. Cosmos Elixir to help us with card draw, or at least keep us alive. And another Planeswalker, Ashiok Nightmare Muse. And that guy has the power to create all these 2/3 Nightmare creature tokens. And when they attack or block, each opponent exiles the top 2 cards of their library. For the -3 power of Ashiok, you can return a non-land permanent to its owner's hand, and then the player exiles a card from their hand. And then we also have 1 nice big creature in case we get a chance to do it, Lockmere Serpent. This is another one where we're aiming at their graveyard, because in order to, if we have this from our graveyard, right, we can exile 5 of their cards from their graveyard to bring it back to our hand. And finally, one big spell, 1 bad deal. We draw 2 cards, our opponent discards 2 cards, and each player loses 2 life. That's the deck. We're going to take it out for a spin, see if we can get it to work properly. And, like always, if you like these videos, click like. If you haven't subscribed yet, help us out, hit subscribe. We really want you to sort of just spread these links around. Go share it with somebody else who likes to watch Magic the Gathering, and help us grow our audience. All right, here we go. Not the best start. Are we going to get or not? Not the best start. We'll take it. We'll make the best of it. Okay, Skyclave Relic goes away. They got lots of land, so Lotus Cobra's coming down. We don't have a regular 2-drop, so foretelling this will work. Interesting. Okay, so if we make them get rid of a couple of cards, we can't really stop them from getting Shadrix down, can we? So you got rid of the other stuff. You got rid of the Dragon's Disciple. And then I'll give him what he needs. Bring him down. And we can't do anything about that yet until we get blue land. Hello, we got blue land. Thank you. That kind of worked out to our favor, didn't it? Okay, we play that. We unsummon you. And then make you get rid of stuff. That's how the deck works. Okay, we're going to do this again. Unsummon you. Get rid of cards. And really get rid of the cards. What did we have in there? Demon Bolt? Okay. Congratulations, you had a land. Me too. Alright, this is excellent. I like both of those. And I'm out of discard stuff and I'm out of threats, so this is a perfect time to set up my little base over here to the right. And they're helping me be out by making sure that they do nothing but play lands. Thank you very much, kind enemy. 4, 5, 6, 7 total. I need one more land to make that work for everything. But I don't need more land to make that work.
Come, create. My kin are delightfully friendly.
Tiamat? Wow. Up to 5 dragons. This could be a problem. Yeah, those are all disgusting cards. Can I do anything against any of this? Not right now. Okay. So, if I throw him up there, he's just going to bring more stuff down, right? This is not enough to defeat him. So what's left for me to do?
Creeping, thieving progeny.
He is blocking it. Alright, we're just going to unsummon. And then... discard 2 cards. Okay. And then draw another card. Okay, you can't afford the Inferno, right? Because that costs 2 red, and you don't have 2 red. Could bring down Old Gnawbone. Or Limerith, which would be kind of hard. Old Gnawbone it is. Okay, so next. Discard 2 more cards. Okay. And then you go back up to your hand and you exile that. Thank you.
Your heroics are but a dream to me.
And what else can we do? Draw another card. And ta-da! Cherry on top. That couldn't have worked out better if I'd planned it. Oh wait, I did plan this deck. More land, whatever.
All your fears are given form.
What kind of stuff could we cast from exile around here? Lots of different stuff now. You gonna block anything? You should block 1. There you go. Orb of Dragonkind. And he scoops. Was he frustrated, perhaps? Alright, that's a great demonstration of the deck. Couldn't ask for a better first match. The unsummons and the discard worked in perfect timing. It's probably not always going to be that way, but I'm really glad that was the first match, so that I don't feel any pressure in case we lose the next 3. We have all our artifacts up front. Okay, fine. So we're gonna be a dungeon deck, are we? Hey, that's great. With the cheap cards like that, there's just not much we can do. Alright, let's see what else we have available up here. Land and one of those guys. Well, that's almost not even worth it, right? So let's just draw a couple cards. Or at least one card for us. Alright, how do we want to do this now? We have to think, because we have this card, but it's not quite ready for prime time yet, is it? So, let's just go ahead and destroy one. That puts a delay on the delving into the dungeon. Still bring down your other card, but he's not bothering to do so. So, let's make sure you can't delve into the dungeon again. We'll bring you down. And now we don't need to worry about the life that we've lost. Look at that. Another venture into the dungeon. Thankfully, you chose the biggest one first. Excellent. Okay, so you go on up and lose two of the cards. And your two skeletons can come hit me all they want for the rest of the game. What do I care? Alright. This is aimed at you, but since you don't have any cards, I get to draw some instead. And then I can keep that around a little bit if I want to. And I just need to have... I can still draw a card. And then I've got something ready for Essence Scatter. case you put down a creature I don't like. Okay. So, how do we want to do this? That's what's right here. Take you out. And then, let's see. We only have 3 lands, so we're done. You want to keep Essence Scatter ready. Oh, don't do anything. That's great. Oh, I love it when my opponents don't do anything. It's just awesome. I get to take away a card. Does it matter? I don't know that it matters too much. Take away the instant. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I can do this. Destroy you? Oh, it's got to be 3 or less. Never mind. Okay, in that case, you just draw a card. Gain 4 life. And then I'll be done. Draw an extra card because of Cosmos Elixir, and I'm over the 21 health. Okay, so he gets to scry 3, so we're going to find out if he likes the cards that are coming up. We didn't use Essence Scatter on it because I knew it was going up into a scheme. Yeah, you can do it again. That's fine. Okay, so now we got more cards. Barrowin, no. That's what we use our counter spell on. Okay, now he's got some power. None of that matters. Lose 2 cards. Okay, I lost the ones that he targets at creatures and lost a land. That's no big deal. Now, lose 2 more cards. And no way to get him back. I think we've done enough damage. A land. Ba-boom. His fire can still get past me, though, right? Okay, so what we do is we return you to your hand. And then we use one of these. We use the kicker. We destroy a creature and we target opponent. So can we destroy you? Mana value 3 or less. Oh, target an opponent first, and then 3 or less. You destroy, you discard. And then we just attack. And I get my health back. And I gotta try not to use Go Blank on him again, or else I can't summon this back if he removes it. I'll have to wait 5 whole turns and 5 whole discards. Ooh, what's he getting? What's he getting? He gets them both back? Disgusting. He's choosing a new dungeon. This is one of the dangers of my particular Unsummoned discard deck, is if I run out of Unsummoned cards halfway through, I can kind of run out of steam, as you can see. 3, 4, 5, 6, doesn't really matter. And let's see. I don't really need to do... I don't need to do anything fancy, right? I just need to destroy one. So, you get destroyed again. And to gain a little bit of life back. Bam! Are you trying to save a card? Oh, you poor soul. You poor, poor soul. Do you not know what my deck is yet? This is my deck. I unsummon your stuff and I make you discard it. It's what I do. I thought you knew that by now. By the time you learned your lesson, you got frustrated and you quit. I still had a couple more times to hit you. You could have got, like, a removal card. I wanted to know what this card was that you were trying to hold on to. Yeah, well. My opponent is not maniacally mindless. He is maniacally mindlessness. That's okay. So am I some days. Show me. You have 1 forest? 2 forests. Okay. What do we want to do here? I guess cleric class. Keep my essence scatter handy. Actually, we're okay with that one. You can have your treasure token. What are we waiting for? Feed the bear? There you go. Return it to his hand. Why? You used up your treasure, so what was the point? You just wasted a spell. You think? Okay. If you'd held on to the spell, you could have saved your creature. Instead, I destroyed him. That would have been the perfect instant to actually save him. You didn't get a land, did you? Okay, so he gets a creature down. Non-creature, non-land. Feladar's retreat goes away. And get rid of 2 more. Got rid of his ramp. Still needs 2 white cards. Okay, next, for my next trick, we'll just make you get rid of those now. Got rid of more ramp. Excellent. For my next trick, decline. Oh, no white mana? Can't use the pacifism, can't bring down the impassioned orator. It's gotta be frustrating. There's your white mana. Hope you like it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, here we go.
I have the right to choose my own fate. And yours.
We're not going to do anything. Third class. Okay. All right. Get rid of the odd person there. Open the way for me to attack. And there. No for you. Show me what you have, please. Oh no, you can't keep that. That's not allowed. You notice we have a certain amount of control with what we have available to us here. Return a creature from the graveyard. Whoop-de-doo. What do we got coming up? Ooh, I like it. Okay, you go back to your hand. And now we start plussing up Liliana. Because I don't have any cards I need to discard. I wanted to hold on because I had useful cards. Now it doesn't matter that I have an empty hand.
I really don't care about your plans.
You poor deluded fool. Discard another card, please.
We're doing things my way.
All right. We haven't lost yet. I wasn't used to this. This is kind of cool. We need one more land at least, but we'll give it a shot. I don't think we have anything that'll work against artifacts, per se. Nice start. What kinds of stuff do we have here? Flight, runes, runes, runes. Let's get rid of the Reckless Crew. I kind of want to wait for some of this stuff. But that longboat puts a crimp in my plans. Okay, so do we bother with that kind of stuff? Kind of need some land. Excellent. Make your race to rune. And then you have to summon it again next turn. Still not getting what I need. Here, get rid of a couple cards. That's good. Let's see if I got a land coming up. Too early. Here's a land. Okay, do I take 3 more points? Throw away an extra ox. Awesome plow. Well, I don't have any spare mana, right? That's why I knew I was going to take over. I was going to take 3 damage from that. Okay, so next. Use a rune, please. Thank you. Bring it down. Don't quite have enough. I don't want to do Valky on him. But let's see what he's got. Shoot. Do I have black? Yeah, okay, so get rid of those. I will use Valky. 2, huh? Now it's about time he starts getting some land. Not me, him. That was fruit. Didn't want that. He's getting a lot of those spells. That's his third one of that already. Yes, please take my land spell. What the? If it's a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield tapped. You didn't want to take my land card away from me? Seriously, deck.
Address me as Queen of the Dead, please. I grow strong.
You can't power that.
You
can
grow
power that
weak.
for just one? That's cheap. Great. Great. Ouch.
You only think you've won.
And this guy flooded out with too much land. 8 to his 5. 9 to his 5. What was that? I haven't even seen that card yet. I need my extinction event. Those cards do nothing for me now. It's like as soon as it saw that I was winning, it went through and said, well, what defeats this deck? Oh yeah, artifact vehicles. Let's just do a deck full of nothing but artifact vehicles. Okay, that last match was very unfair. It's bad enough that I'm facing a deck of almost entirely artifact vehicles, which doesn't do much good for discard decks, but Magic also made sure that I did nothing but draw land half the time. So, you know, it's bad enough when you decide that I've won too many times in a row that you need to make me face a deck that's geared towards my exact card's weaknesses. But to make me flood out with land in the same match is kind of unnecessary, don't you think? Hello, Leon. How's it going? What are we working with here today? Reject. And me with no removal. Okay, he's got a land, he's got a Callous Blood Mage and a Mind Flayer. And I don't get to choose what he loses. So he's going to toss the land and maybe keep the Callous Blood Mage. This might be okay because it's odd. Oh, I got rid of the Callous Blood Mage. He wants to keep the Mind Flayer. Okay, keep the Mind Flayer. But you're gonna lose him. Another counter spell. Interesting choices here. We choose to do nothing. There we go. Got a counterspell? He quits? You had me down to 14 and a creature on the field, and you just quit? He must have been frustrated. It is the week of frustration. Alright. Sorry I was startled. I wasn't expecting it to be quite that easy after that last bad loss. Alright, so that's the deck. We got to show off just about every card that was in the... Yeah, I'm looking over... Yeah, I think we used every card at least once in these matches. As you can see, our big weakness was artifact vehicles, and that is my one big problem with Wizards of the Coast, is that for how many expansions now, they never seem to give Black the ability to do anything against artifacts, and it's really starting to irritate me. So Wizards, please get on the stick. Black does need something in the modern set to handle artifacts. At least one card, okay? I mean, you gave us the Swarm card to deal with enchantments, right? Was that so hard for you? There was a penalty for us. We pay a lot of life for it, but at least we can do something. It's really discouraging for people who want to play mono black at all if they know that they've got this big Achilles heel in the form of artifacts that there's just nothing they're going to be able to do anything about. So get on it, Wizards. If not for that, we would have had a perfect streak tonight. So if you want to have some fun, if you want to frustrate your opponents, go ahead and take this deck out for a spin when you get a chance. September rotation's coming up fast. We might end up releasing this after the September rotation is already done, just because I pumped out so much content for the first couple months that there's a backlog between when I can tape this and when I can edit it and publish it. So maybe Historic is the only place where you'd be able to run this deck as it exists. And what I might do as time goes on, if time permits, is revisit some of these concepts with the newer expansion cards under the Modern 2022 standard. But I just wanted to introduce you to the concept for now, use some of the cards that I'm familiar with, that I like playing, that I'm used to playing with still, and just get this out there so that you can have a little fun watching. So hopefully you did have fun watching. Remember to like and subscribe and come back again, because we're always going to have some more content for you right around the corner. Have a good one.